Good night, mate, and welcome to Sociological Adventures, where today we'll be talking
The
about...
sociological perspective. Great impression of me, Gretchen.
I know, I'm pretty good.
So, Crocodile Dave, what is the sociological perspective anyways?
Well, little bugger. Sociological perspective is the way we understand the human behavior by studying the broader setting, mate, rather than just studying the individual. Crikey.
Humans. What a strange species.
Aye, strange. But better understood when you focus on the larger group of them, rather than just the person as an individual. The mighty wildebeest. Think of it like the herd of the wildebeest. Rather than just looking at the single wildebeest behavior, their feeding habits, their mating habits, the migration, we can take that information and apply it to the individual later on, right?
Oh!
Of course. Sociological perspective is so much more than just a simple definition. Crikey. It's made up of 5 concepts: research, objectivity, bias, value, and verstehen. You know what? Let's take a field trip. See if we can observe this concept from the natural habitat. Come with me on this sociological perspective of the outback.
Oh my God.
Alright, you guys good for the 5 concepts.
What's that?
That is research, scientific observation of the social world. It makes a sociological study.
So it's the ology part of sociology.
Exactly! Now, let's see if we can witness it in its natural habitat.
I keep trying to look at them and see what they're doing.
Why is that, mate?
Well, Crocodile Dave, I am observing the social world, scientifically, of course.
Please explain more and such.
Well, research is what I'm good at, and all research I do is scientific. And I do it on the social worlds. That's why I'm walking around in circles with my own kids.
Alright, look around. See if we can find any of the other 5 concepts. Just about perspective. Crocodile Dave.
How's your football team doing?
That kids. That's bias.
What's it doing?
It's causing that sense that they were one side the other heavily. Being is sometimes an unfair portion on one side. The idea, in order to create the best sociological perspective possible, let's shed our bias. You understand?
The Goonies are by far the best team this year. There's no way you and your school will hold up against us.
Go ahead, insult him.
We're way better than whatever stupid team you're cheering for.
That's awesome. Keep going. Tell me you should just give up.
You should just give up. Your team is trash.
Crikey, look at that. Here comes objectivity.
What's objectivity?
It's basically bias. It's worse than that. It allows us to shed our prejudice and see the world through a more open point of view. It's what we should use every time we use the sociological perspective. Right?
You really shouldn't be so rude.
Try seeing it from her perspective. You know, I guess what I can see when you might have little hope for your team. They're not that terrible.
The sociological kingdom is finally in order. Now, come on, kids, let's go find the other 2 sociological perspectives.
Hey, homies, what haps? Feeling on fleek? Feeling lit bass?
He must be new.
What is that?
That, my friends, is verstehen.
Verstehen?
Yes, verstehen. It's the method of putting yourself in the other person's shoes, mate. It literally means to understand.
I'm guessing this better helps you to understand not only the actions of a society, but the emotions and feelings that go with them.
Exactly, mate. Now, we have to find one more concept of life. Be on the lookout for values.
Can you believe that kid doing nothing productive, wasting their time?
That's pretty rude. What is she doing?
That right there is an example of values. Something someone holds very close to them. Or something they think is very important in their life.
So, like a religion, or thinking that everyone deserves a good education, or that hard work will pay off in the end?
Exactly. In fact, that's what this person here believes. The sociologist believes that studies should come first. Obviously, this clashes. with the other people's values. In this case, socialization and community with friends.
Well, shouldn't you take all values into consideration? You never know the reason behind someone else's beliefs.
Very true. This is why it's important that we set aside our values when using our sociological perspective. We aren't creating bias. Once again, we have peace in the sociological kingdom. Alright, mates. To review what we learned today, who remembers the 5 concepts of sociological perspective?
There's research, scientific methods applied to society.
Bias, which is the favoring of one side in a multifaceted argument or situation.
And objectivity, where we see all sides equally and maintain total neutrality.
And don't forget about understanding who you are studying by putting yourself in their shoes.
And lastly, values, a standard of what's important, the right and wrong between us, just like many species in the wild. Crikey. These concepts work together, each as important as the last. You can't conduct research without objectivity. You must balance your values, beliefs, and bias in order to practice for stand. All of these things come together to form a sociological perspective. Alrighty, mates. This wraps up this week's episode of Sociological Adventures. Hope to see you next week. Over and out from the Down Under.
Oh, there I am.
Micaiah, you just have to sit there.
You have no lines.
You have nothing to do.
Okay, 7, 8, 2, go.
Alright. Graduate with 5 sociological perspectives.
I can't even hear you.
Yeah, you got it. But go.
Hey, homie, what haps? Feeling on feet, feeling lit bass.
You must be new.
Now you're a rock star.
Okay, let's get this over with.
Someone knocks.
Okay.
Too bad. They're staying
30
outside.
seconds. Let's go. You recording?
Guess.
Set. Go. Can you believe that kid's sitting around doing nothing? What a waste of time.
Is that really? That was really.
Staying
30
outside.
seconds. Let's go. You recording?
Guess.
Set. Go. Can you believe that kid's sitting around doing nothing? What a waste of time.
Is that really? That was really.